Mama, please. Mama, you. That's cute. Yeah.
Hello? Ooh, it's working. All right. Okay, so shutting it down and restarting it for the third time is the charm. Now we know. Next time I'll just do that. Thanks for sticking around. Sorry about the birds. Charlie, you're too close, buddy. I need a little space here. Thank you.
I just want you to.
I know.
Finish my drawing.
I know, buddy. You can finish it.
Look at my drawing.
So the little guy you guys saw a little while ago is Felix. This is Felix. Say hi, Felix. Hi. And this is Charlie. Say hi, Charlie. Say hi. They can. Charlie, say hi.
Hi.
There you go. All right. They say hi back. Bye. All right, guys. The dad did do his work. Bye. All right. Auntie got to see her nephews. Oh boy. Now he just wants to be on camera. So Sunday live streams are going to be a thing from now on. I figure that we can play kind of loose with the content since I don't have a new video up yet. Next video is going to be all on real world serial killers and how they influence the novel. Until then, we can do question and answers. We can do writing sprints. I know Jenny said that she's kind of burnt out, but we can do that too. I don't know. Sound off. What do you guys think? Sorry. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, let's say hi. Let's say hi. Okay, you want to go play with Charlie? No, you just want to be on camera? How about this? Is this good content? Is this what you guys are here for? Look at me. Okay, buddy. I'm going to put you down now. Okay. They all say hi. Everyone says hi. That is a lot of that's a lot of streams. Why so many? Ooh, it's hot. Baby, you got a hair tie? I'm burning up over here. No? It's hot. Yeah, great concert, right? Well, as long as you're happy, Jenny, that's really all that matters. All right, my sister has a question. Have you heard or started listening to murder podcasts? If so, which? Thank you. Pink one. Murder podcasts. Yes, I listen to True Crime Garage, which is two dudes in a garage drinking beer, talking about real true crime cases. Not necessarily all murders, although let's be honest, they're mostly murders. But you know, all kinds of cases, missing persons, all kinds of stuff. They're as they call armchair detectives. That right now is my favorite one. I know that there's also my favorite murder, which I haven't gotten quite into just yet, but it's in my list. So I'll be getting to that someday soon. Not doing that again. Yeah, that was probably too many, Jimmy. That was probably too many. I really got like an eyelash in my eye or something. Felix, how did you get Mama's phone? Give me that. Get over here. Kids. Interested in what influenced the weekly streams as opposed to every other week or monthly? I had a lot of fun on the first one. That's pretty much it. I like talking to you guys. It's fun. My wife is looking at me like I'm crazy. She doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it.
So funny, my paper.
To your point, Johnny, I probably should, limit it a little bit more, but it's brand new, and I'm still, obviously, as you can see, figuring out how to do it. So I figure the more practice, the better. Yeah, Jenny, I was in, what was the live stream yesterday with Kent Shawn, Bethany, and Colin Clark? That was a really good one. It's too bad that Bethany hasn't come back into the room here. I haven't read her short story yet, but just getting into her channel the other day, she's pretty cool, quite knowledgeable, and I intend to read her short story tonight, actually. Sorry if you guys can hear me slurping. I literally woke up about an hour ago, and I haven't had breakfast, and the coffee will sustain me for now. Working overnight, it's a whole thing. No problem, Jenny. You're always here to support, and I appreciate that beyond words. Do you, lady? Have fun. Go to hubby. It's important stuff. Talk to you later, Jenny. All right, sis. For now, it's you and me until somebody else gets in the room. What do you got going on today? I figure I can probably stick around a little bit until more people come in. I'm going to do a split screen here. Go over to my dabble. Sweeping the house. Exciting. It's not even a Saturday. What are you doing sweeping the house? Is it because of the dog? Hey, babe, the only person in the room right now is Johnny. I lost everybody else. No, my mic wasn't working. I kept having to start over and over, and then I finally got it working, but at this point, she's the only one left. We're waiting for new people to come in. So, that's Johnny. Merlin's here. And Felix again. She says hi, Merlin.
Hi.
What's up with short hair dogs shedding so much? I thought that was the whole point of short hair dogs. Felix has been running around like crazy lately. The kid's getting into everything.
That's why you're super spion fiesta.
Whoa, very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, let's show Piki Johnny. Merlin drew the flash, and Charlie drew the super speed lightning bolts. Very cool, buddy. Mama's doing a good job. True Crime Garage. My only complaint about that podcast is that they've been at it for so long. Their library is huge, but the number of episodes that they have on iTunes is actually very short, and if you want to hear their older stuff, you got to either do it through their website, excuse me, or I don't know if they have like some kind of a membership that you have to pay. I forget, but that's the only bummer is that some of the really good episodes covering like some of the serial killers that I was really interested in are really old episodes. Charlie, I'm trying to do something here, buddy. Can you not climb on me right now? Because I'm at Charlie. Anywho, it's pretty cool because they kind of do what I wanted to do with my old podcast, which was in mine, I wanted to have like a different drink or food that we're eating every episode, and they do that with their beers. Like every episode, they have a different beer, and they're kind of like interesting characters because one dude is kind of like the straight guy, and the other guy calls himself the captain, and he's got like a radio voice, and it's just like an interesting dynamic between the two of them. One of them is really prepared, and the other guy's like, "What are we talking about today?" It's a good podcast. And now that they've gotten through most of the more famous cases, they're getting into really like obscure ones and maybe smaller ones that most people are not fully aware of. So that's pretty interesting. It's a good podcast. I just wish they actually had their entire library on their iTunes. Bethany's back. Bethany, hello, welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Apparently, I just had to restart it 3 times. Twice didn't do it, but 3 times did the charm. Yeah, serial killers. So there's a serial killer in my book, and therefore therefore not only does that require a lot of serial killer research, but it also affords me opportunities to talk about weird serial killer stuff, which it's fun to do something with this useless knowledge that I have up here about serial killers. So if you have any questions about serial killers, I'll check Spotify, see if their library is on there. I think they do it on purpose, though. I think they purposefully keep their library short on the public podcast because they want people to go to their website and listen to it there. I'm pretty sure that's why it's that way. Who's the Zodiac killer? Well, according to Robert Graysmith, it's Arthur Allen, and I believe him. He was Robert Graysmith's favorite, and every time that he went to jail, the Zodiac killings and letters would stop, and every time he was out of jail, the Zodiac killings and letters would resume. And ever since his death, we haven't received anything from the Zodiac killer. So my vote is for Arthur Allen. That's what I think. Arthur Lee Allen. Arthur Lee Allen is his name. As an armchair detective, that's my best guess. Is that it's Arthur Lee Allen. Hey, buddy, can you close the door? All right. So hot. Did I pass your check, Bethany? Sis, in case you don't know, Bethany here is an incredible writer. You should check out her website and her channel. She recently won a short story contest. I admit I still have not read that story. I'm going to read it tonight, actually. But judging by her channel, this chick knows what she's talking about. She concurs. All right, right on. All right, Bethany. All right. Favorite serial killer? Bethany? Sis? Can you guys hear my kids? They're outside like yelling at me. It's ridiculous. They're not even supposed to be here. Most people say I don't know. Yeah. Ironically, it seems like the easy answer. It's the one that the Zodiac movie posits, but again, that's based on Robert Graysmith's book. So, um, and out of everybody, he was the one who put all the evidence together. You know, you had all these different police departments studying the case in different counties, different states, and Robert Graysmith was the one who went to each and every one and collected all of their evidence and put it all together. And so he got the closest. Yeah, I like serial killers. It's my thing. Fictional ones as well. I'm rewatching Hannibal right now because it's on Netflix, and I forgot how much I love that show. It's pretty intense. I don't know if I have a favorite. My sister says I'm really bad with names too. I got to get back into my favorite murder to refresh my mind on the cases. Right on. What about fictional serial killers? Favorite fictional serial killers? I need to DM you a story about an auntie who thinks he solved the Zodiac case. It's insane. Okay. All right. So this is a story you wrote or a story someone else wrote? Oh, sorry. I whistled in your ears. My apologies. That's a habit I got to break. By the way, Bethany, thank you very, very much for asking to read my prologue. I've recently stepped back from beta readers for a little while to get more of the story written, but my prologue is one that has remained mostly unchanged since its initial writing. I do intend on rewriting it almost entirely eventually, but I'm going to wait until I finish writing the rest of the first draft of the book before going back and rewriting the prologue. So for now, I just consider it done until then. So it's the one chapter that I feel confident sharing with everybody, regardless of where I am in the writing process. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a little on the long side, but it will be shortened in its rewriting. Hey, Book Seriously Man is here. All right, what's going on, dude? Live stream just barely got kicked off. We're just talking about some general stuff right now. We're talking about serial killers. We're talking about Miss Bethany Votaz's incredible channel and writing. Let's see. My sister is answering a question I asked earlier. Fictional serial killer is the ice truck killer in Dexter. That's a good one. That's a very good one. The ice truck killer in Dexter was a very good one. Dexter himself, for me, seasons 1 through 5. We don't speak about 6 through 8. But I mean, like I said, I'm rewatching Hannibal. So these days, Hannibal's up there, man. Hannibal's really up there. Yeah, we have to clarify seasons when we talk about Dexter, because man, that show was on top for so long and then it just fell hard. It's a shame. There's 2 shows that I would love to write fan fiction for, and I actually have like plot ideas for fan fiction for these shows. One is Dexter. I would like to rewrite season 6 and actually end it with that season rather than go further. And I want to rewrite Heroes from season 2 forward. Another great serial killer on there, Siler. Yeah. I've never written fan fiction, but if I started, those would be the 2 where I would begin. Book Seriously Man, you got any questions? And should I keep calling you Book Seriously Man, or what's your name? Had trouble with it. Yeah, Hannibal is definitely a superior show overall. It's only 3 seasons though. Dexter actually has 5 incredibly solid seasons, and season 4 is damn near perfect. Damn near a perfect season of television. Um, I'm actually a really big fan of Dexter seasons 1 through 5. I rewatch it pretty regularly. Um, if you tried Dexter and couldn't hang with it from the beginning, then go no further because season one is season one is pretty fucking good. Um, but Hannibal for sure is the superior show overall, especially stylistically. Um, they direct the hell out of that show. What was your trouble with Dexter, if I may ask, my friend? Yeah. Yep. The kids haven't seen Hannibal yet. I recommend it, Bethany. Um, it is visual poetry. Is the best way that I can describe it to you. The visuals on that show um, are unlike anything else on television, and the psychology is on point and incredibly captivating. The characters are intensely uh, captivating as well. I really love that show. It's one part police procedural, one part psychological thriller, and then like 50% horror. And it's an intense show. Um, he eats people, so you should know that going in. He's going to eat some people, a lot of people. He really cooks the hell out of them, though. He makes them look very delicious. Uh, he's not just a cannibal; he's a cannibal chef. And it's on Netflix now. So yeah, you say ew, but wait till you see it. You're gonna be like, that liver looks pretty good. Ew. I just thought that a lot of the episodes in the first season seemed stylistically similar, and that would have been okay. But Hannibal came along and was damn near art like. It is it not just art like art. It is every part of it is absolutely. Um, I think most people's problem with Hannibal stems from the character of Will Graham. They have trouble. They have trouble kind of getting on board with Hugh Dancy's portrayal of Will Graham. I know I had a friend who tried it and like bailed after the first episode because he didn't like the way the guy was performing his character. But I feel like the more you see from him, the more you understand his performance, and the more it makes sense, and the more it actually adds to the show. But I mean, it's called Hannibal. It's not about Will Graham. It's about Hannibal. So. As for Dexter being stylistically similar, yes. It was one of those Showtime shows at the beginning of the, TV revolution, as I like to call it, where they were still kind of figuring that out, so to speak. But the writing is on point in Dexter. The acting, for the most part, is on point with Dexter. Minor characters or like weekly guests and stuff like that are not always great, but the main cast is really solid. Music is cool. They use like phones and stuff to make the music. It's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, if you didn't vibe with season 1 of Dexter, then you're not gonna vibe with the rest of it. It's pretty consistent. This is fun serial killer talk. My next video, in case I haven't told you guys already, my next video on the channel will be about real world serial killers and how they influence the book, the upcoming book. Um, I am in the midst of doing all the research for it. I haven't actually started creating the show yet, but I mean the episode yet. But stick around, that's coming in a couple of weeks. Why the interest with serial killers? Their psychology is fascinating. One, it began with movies for me, Silence of the Lambs and whatnot. Seven great serial killer movies that sparked the interest. But once I started researching real world serial killers, that's when it really took off for me because there was a book, and I'm blanking on the author right now. She was a criminal psychologist who specifically went in, like, deep dove into serial killers and interviewed a lot of the more infamous ones. And her book, which was called My Life Among the Serial Killers. My Life Among the Serial Killers. It was an incredible read, and very early on, she explained, as a psychologist, that she found the most common thread between serial killers to be that she couldn't classify them as human. They lacked the basic empathy and thought processes that would identify a human as a human. She refers to them as other than. And for a psychologist who, interviewed serial killers for years and years and years, for her to refer to them as something other than human, that was just fascinating to me. And never looks back. I am into serial killers, man. And it's not, it's not an unhealthy like obsession or anything, but if there's a serial killer in a movie, I'm probably going to check it out. If there's a serial killer in a book, I'm probably going to check it out. And I'm not guaranteeing that I'll love it, because Dexter season 6 through 8, but I'll at least check it out. Currently reading They All Love Jack by Bruce Robinson. It centers around the Masonic connections between Jack the Ripper and the Victorian establishment. I will check that out, dude. That sounds awesome. Helen Morrison, MD, and Harold Goldberg. Thank you, sis. That is correct. Helen Morrison is the psychologist. Very cool. Nonfiction is way scarier than fiction. It's freaking terrifying when you especially the ones that, the books that come with photos of not just the killers, but what they did. Terrifying stuff, man. Terrifying. The stuff nightmares are made of. Literally. But My Life Among the Serial Killers, highly recommended. The other one that I religiously read as research for writing serial killers is one called The Methods and Madness of Monsters: The Psychology of Serial Killers. The title is a mouthful, but excellent book as well. Excellent book. And just so my sister doesn't show me up, I will look up the author of The Methods and Madness of Monsters, which was written by Peter Vronsky, Vronsky, Peter Vronsky. The Methods and Madness of Monsters. I would highly recommend it. Very, very good stuff. Very good read. I couldn't put My Life Among the Serial Killers down, and it has sections on each individual killer. You can just flip to the one that you want to know about, and fucking terrifying. With pictures. And that's the end of my coffee. All right. So what else is going on, guys? Are we all writers in the room? I know my sister is. I know Bethany is. Book seriously, man. Author as well. What's everybody working on these days? Let's talk works in progress. Works in progress. What's up? I want to do a live stream with somebody. Like I need like a person here to talk to. That would be ideal. And then I can just type into the chat. While you guys answer my work in progress question, I'm just going to switch over here to Instagram, see what's going on, make sure everybody's up on the fact that I am live. Excuse me. Interesting. All right. Bethany says, listen to the podcast Root of Evil. All right. Now I'm finishing some short stories for my creepy collection. Very, very cool, Bethany. What is happening with Twisted 10? I recently found out about that through your Instagram and through your channel. When is that book coming? I know that it's got short stories from you and other author tubers, as far as I can tell. I know that Dan is in there and Kent Sean is in there, my buddies. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. Do we know when that's coming out? By the way, the live stream is going to be an hour, so we're at 32 minutes right now. I'm going to go another 28. Author, 5th novel, currently driving me nuts, getting the words down. But as to the making sense, that's another matter. Hey, man, 5th novel, I commend you, brother. I'm still working on my 1st and far from completing it. But check out the trailer on my channel. 10 of Us authors publishing a short story anthology. Release date is to be announced soon. Also, I don't remember. Hey, ride or die, Bethany. I like it. Ride or die. I'm down as well for a live with you. Now I'll have to figure out how to do it because as you know, we had some technical difficulties today, and honestly, I've never actually set up a duo live stream, so it's quite possible that I would royally mess it up. But I am incredibly happy to try. What would we talk about, Bethany, if we were to do a live stream together? What would be our topic, you think? I'm impressed with 5 novels, though. 5 novels from Book Seriously, man. I long for the day that I can say I have 5 novels in stores.
That's a look at my X.
Hey, what is that? It's an X?
Yeah.
That's very cool. You want to show them?
Look at my X.
He made an X.
I put tape on the sticks.
I see. Good job, buddy. X-Men. A spider? How's that a spider? That is not a spider. It's an X. Right, buddy? Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, Dad, I do have the X to make it stand up.
What if you try it this way?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, it's not going to stand up, buddy. But you can lay it down like this, like a spider, like Mama said. Kind of looks like a spider.
No, it's an X.
Watch your channel. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm working hard on this channel, trying to make something of it. You know, the whole idea is to build an audience that's going to be there to buy the book when it's finally done. The double-edged sword of that is pouring time into the YouTube channel takes time away from writing, which delays the finishing of that novel. But again, if I finish that novel fast and there's nobody waiting for it, nobody's going to buy it, then what's the point, right? So just trying to find that balance, trying to find that balance between writing time, YouTube time. I'll be launching my Patreon soon. That's actually a good topic for us to talk about today, actually, because I am trying to figure out, Charlie, I'm trying to figure out what perks folks would like from my Patreon and welcome gifts as well. My first idea for a welcome gift is I was thinking of taking the artwork from my Instagram and collecting it in a coffee table book, and maybe doing a couple of volumes, like 20-page volumes. And for each of the 3 tiers, each one would get a different volume as a gift. And I could even collect the images in themes for the book. And that way have 3 different themes that that folks can get as a welcome gift for signing up for my Patreon. So what do you think about that? Would based on the art on my Instagram, the artwork in the trailer, would you guys enjoy an art photo book, of coffee table book from Books by Adrian if you were to sign up for a Patreon? How's that sound? Obviously, the people signing up for the Patreon would ultimately get a copy of the book as well. That's ultimately the whole goal, right? That's the point. But in the meantime, how's that? I hear you. There's no perfect balance, but I'll buy one when it's done. Got to be signed though. Hey, I will sign it, my friend. You buy my book, I will sign it. I'll stamp my butt cheeks on it if that's what you want. Whatever you want, I'll do it. It's a great idea. Excellent. Oh, thanks, guys. I hope so. I hope that's a good idea. I have I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there's these 2 apps. There's free photos and free photo books. And the whole idea is that up to a certain page count or photo count, you can get them printed for free through this app. All you pay is shipping. And if you go over that count, then you pay for the balance. And so I could conceivably create photo books for free, and only pay a few cents for the shipping, and then give those out for free as welcome gifts. I also think I can sell them in an online store on the website, if folks are down for that. Good idea, especially if done in themes with different versions. We have signed copies be one of the tiers. Yes, I agree in having signed copies be one of the tiers. Although ultimately, if you sign, I think that if you sign up for a Patreon that's all about funding the creation of a book, and you're going to get a book at the end of it, it should be signed. Like that's common sense. What kind of an author doesn't sign the book for the people who funded it? Like, that's ridiculous. Sign the book. Biggest challenge will be letting people know about it. Yeah, I agree. I see. I don't think that's necessarily the biggest challenge, Bethany. I think for me, the biggest challenge is making the Patreon attractive, making it something that people will actually want to sign up for. Because again, this is an author channel, so like if I promise, for example, short stories in the Patreon, on a regular basis, I'm adding writing work. That's gonna again take away from my novel writing time, where I'm writing short stories or whatnot for specifically for the Patreon. I also thought about building a community on the Patreon, obviously, where folks can converse back and forth. Maybe authors can commune or join up on projects or whatever. But also that is only enticing to a person to sign up if there's already people signed up. You know what I mean? Like if there's already a community that's bustling and they want in. But if I'm building it from the ground up and the people joining are the very first, there's not going to be much going on in there. And so I struggle with this whole, how do I come up with Patreon stuff that's actually enticing and interesting and it makes you want to sign up. Sign copies. I read that part. Yeah, letting people know about it. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? That's why we're on YouTube. That's why I'm on Instagram. That's why there's a website, and I will continue to market the heck out of this thing. But yeah, again, I think the bigger challenge is actually making it something people would want. Especially if I, have to create more content for it. That's why I thought the photo book was a good idea. I'm gonna have ultimately 3 books in my series, and they're sort of genre benders. There's murder mystery in there, but it's also sci-fi and it's also fantasy. And so I thought that maybe those could be the 3 themes. I could have one all about the murder mystery stuff, and then another all about the fantasy stuff, and then a third all about the sci-fi stuff. Not necessarily in that order. Sign up for the first tier, you get one version. You get one of those books. If you sign up for the second tier, you get 2 of those books, and if you sign up for the third tier, you would get all 3. I think that would be fair. And enticing, I think. But is it enough? I mean, to hold you over until the book is done? I don't know if that's enough. I feel like I need more. I feel like there should be more going on in the Patreon. A incredibly neglected part of my author platform is the podcast, mainly because I don't have a co-host and I don't like talking to myself. So I've only done the 1 episode, and I'm not even happy with it. When I finally start doing more episodes, I might actually delete that first one and start again. But that was another thought for me is maybe doing an exclusive podcast for the Patreon. But again, it's only enticing if you like listening to me talk. Maybe an art print, large photo print of a character of choice. Already have the 3 photo book editions, but maybe also a large photo of one of the images that they can put on a wall. That's not a bad idea. I will have professional portraits done in October. 3, in fact. So that could go nicely. 1 for each of the tiers, and that would also be good incentive for going up in the tiers. Signing up for the first one, you get the first portrait, but if you want the other one, you gotta sign up for the next one, and so on. So that's not a bad idea, sis. Thanks. You know what? I'm gonna write that down. Let's write down what we're talking about here. So, photo book we talked about, and my pen is out of ink. What is going on today? All right. So, photo book times 3. Print out like a, and you mean like a glossy, like a poster, basically. It would be a poster. Print out a portrait poster. How's that for alliteration? That's not a bad idea. I like that one. That I would, the printout, I would have to wait until I actually have the professional portraits, though. I don't feel like my Instagram art would be enticing enough. Add in the note to speak to who you commissioned for terms of conditions of using the commission images as a reward. Yeah, when I hired her, when we were discussing hiring her, one of her questions were what would be the purpose of these portraits, and I made it very clear that it's going to be used all over the place. They might end up on the book cover for all I know, but marketing of the book, all of that. She understands that I'm going to be using them all over the website, all over my merchandise. She gets it, so we're cool on that. Thanks, sis. Start early and promote. Should I be promoting the Patreon before? No, it hasn't officially launched yet. I feel like I should launch it, but maybe the community thing where the authors can, or even readers can all connect and link up. Maybe the best way to do that would be at a higher tier, and that way create awareness with the lower tiers and entice them to move up for the community. I don't know. Again, it feels like I have 49 subscribers, and eternally grateful for every single one of you guys. Thank you very much. My point being, of those 49, how many are actually going to sign up for my Patreon? I would assume a very small amount. And as my channel grows, I'll get more and more. But in the meantime, it will be a very small community on the Patreon. So that's one of the ones that I struggle with. But yes, promote. Bethany, you are correct. Yeah, sis, I did show you the artist and what her work looks like on Instagram, right? Personalized letter from me. Books are signed, but on a separate sheet. A letter from me with a message for them. It's not bad. Personalized letter. I mean, that's nice. Is that something that's going to make people want to sign up? Are they going to sign up to receive a letter from me? You know what I mean? Like, that's something I can absolutely include. But I'm looking for, hey, sign up because you'll get this thing, you know, that kind of thing. I don't think anybody cares about getting a letter from me. They'll get it, but I don't think they care. I'm going to write it down, though. Personalized letter. This is incredibly helpful. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I get that. Personalized letter, photo books, printout poster. Okay. How about sample chapters? You know, maybe the prologue itself. See, I'm torn because one would assume that you would show people your sample chapter to get them interested in signing up for your Patreon. You know, to know that, oh, I enjoy this guy as a writer. I would like to support the book that he's writing. So let me join his Patreon. Rather than, hey, join my Patreon and I'll let you know if I'm a good writer or not. You know, so maybe include the prologue as a sample chapter for free on the Patreon like sign up page. Felix. And then if they sign up, you know, maybe they get the first 3 chapters or something. Is that too much? I don't know. What do you guys think? I subscribe to Owl Crate, and each month we get a signed new release with a letter from the author about whatever they wanted to share with the reader. Inspirational message, gratitude letter. Excuse me. I am working on merch. I was thinking of the photo books as part of that, as not only free gifts on the Patreon, but also available for sale in the store. And I want to get like coffee mugs with, you know, my cartoon face on it and stuff like that. What else would you guys like in an author platform store? Are we thinking like bookmarks and stuff like that? I could. Johnny, you know how to make that stuff, right? You do that for work. Talking about their experience, about the book, what it means to them. So cool to read. Okay, all right. Personalized letter. is sounding more and more attractive. Thanks, sis. Hey sis, what do you know about like pricing on making stuff like bookmarks and and the like? I know that you've made some for your library. Do you order them yourself, or do you just do the design and somebody else does that? How much do you know about ordering the printing of those? Obviously, I can do my own research. I just want to know. Thick paper, cardstock, yeah, pins, buttons, shirts, yeah, like buttons. Started off with laminated bookmarks. Everybody needs a bookmark. True. These are also good free gifts for the Patreon as well. Bookmarks, a shirt. Okay. Bookmarks, pins, buttons. Design them in Microsoft Publisher or Photoshop and print them on thicker paper. Cut them out ourselves. For laminated or glossy bookmarks, we've never ordered, but that's what we actually have a laminator at work, and from what I understand, they're not terribly expensive gadgets. So perhaps I could invest in one of those and laminate myself here at home. Cut out the middleman. I do have a new printer. So pins, buttons, shirts, especially fun if they feature important quotes. Quotes from the book. Okay. Pins, buttons, shirts, mugs, right? Mugs. All with quotes from books. I could also throw quotes from the channel in there. I don't really know what I would quote myself, but I need a catchphrase. Stickers. Yeah, stickers. I'd have to look into making stickers. Actually, I could probably buy blank stickers and print them out myself. That's not a bad idea, Bethany. Stickers. Definitely companies that will print your custom design as stickers, so look into that too. Find the most expensive item when it comes to merch is postage, especially there in England. Oh, you're from across the pond. Hey, Betty. Look who's back. He's back. He's back. And he's trying to clean the house with the sponge. He's walking around wiping things. Stickers is a good idea. Like my sister says, like I might have to look into companies that will print those out for me, but I might be able to do it myself. Button machine at work. Don't know how much they cost, but if affordable, then you can make your own buttons. It might come down to that. It might come down to getting all these gadgets and creating the merch myself. That might keep the cost down. Print out the bookmarks, buttons, all that stuff right here, stickers. Send them out as people order them. Might be a way to do it. Hey, babe. Sis, well, I can always research online how much button machines cost. So never mind. too loud, babe.
Mom, can you give me some can we juice, Mom? No, you have to finish the water. Okay.
Kids.
I will finish my water.
This is awesome, guys. We're getting some really good ideas out of this. Right on. This is my next big project. Is the Patreon and the store. I'm doing both of these things right now, working on those. In addition to the next video. So this is very helpful. Very helpful indeed. Making own merchandise. You can look into shirt presses too. There's a store at the mall actually that makes shirts. They're pretty. I mean, like, hey babe, how much did we pay for those shirts that we made for my dad?
Too much, but I can probably get something for about $17.
$17.
But that one was 50.
50.
Yeah, but you can get something.
50? We paid 50
Yeah.
for a T-shirt. I don't remember it being that much.
But he was like, he wanted to be.
He was upselling us. Interesting. I was gonna say that there's a store at the mall that makes, T-shirts. You bring in your image or whatever, and they'll put it on the T-shirt. But
They sell it at Etsy, another online company.
we can look into that. We can look into that.
But yeah, the least expensive in that store, that mall, is $25.
That was the least expensive.
Yes.
It's too much. Nobody's gonna pay, $30 for my shirt. Because that's the thing, is that we would have to charge more than what we pay for it to make a profit. So we have to keep the cost as low as possible. But we also don't want a piece of crap that nobody wants, So. Come on, buddy. All right, folks. This has been a whole lot of fun. We're closing in on an hour here. I believe I am going to call it a day on this live chat and consider it a huge success. I got a lot from you guys. I'll look into the machine itself. Rather than going through a third party. I don't know if I necessarily want to sit around making T-shirts every day, but if it's cheap and I can sell them on the site, I might do that. Bethany, thank you very much for stopping by. Book seriously, man. I need to learn your name. Thank you very much for stopping by. Sis, thank you for being one of the first ones here. You guys are awesome. I am doing this every Sunday from now on. I'm going to try to stick to a 3 p.m. schedule so that everybody can get on board around the same time. I will also be doing live Instagram live streams, probably Sunday nights, overnight, late at night, for our folks that are maybe on the other side of the world and are awake when other people are asleep. So keep an eye out for that. If you're up late, I will be on Instagram tonight. Otherwise, thank you very, very much for stopping by. This has been awesome and a lot of fun. And I will see you guys again next Sunday. And then the following week after that, I should have the video up all about serial killers. So see you guys then. Thanks a lot for coming, guys. See you, sis.